Hey guys, welcome back to Digital Decoded. Today we're going to do a quick video tutorial on how to prepare your hero images for your blog articles. Depending on your blog post design, your specific size may be a little different than the one we're showing today, but in general this is a kind of a best practices approach for setting up these images and preparing them for your blog article. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so what we're looking at here is an image that was purchased from Adobe Stock. And anytime you purchase an image from any stock resource, the images are going to be pretty large in both file size and image proportions. This one comes in at, let's see here. Well, I should also mention we're using Photoshop as our photo editing application. So this one comes in at 1008 by 672, but that's not actually the true point or pixel size because it's currently at a resolution of 300. If we wanted to see the true pixel size, we would change this to 72. And as you can see here, we've got now an actual pixel size of 4200 by 2800. And that's far too big for a web image. And what we want to do is first resize this image. You can either do it within the same image that's open or copy this to another document that you've got prepared at the size that you want. So we've got that set up. We've got another document set up at 1920 by 1080, which is a pretty common size for hero and featured images for blog articles. It covers a pretty good gamut in terms of designs and supporting designs that have a hero image. So we're going to select all, copy it to the clipboard, and come over to our other document that we've got set up at 1920 by 1080 and paste it. So now you can see we've got a pretty big image in here that needs to be resized. And let me go ahead and move this so you can see here. And there's a couple other things you can do. You can just go ahead and hit Control-T to transform and resize. But we always suggest converting this layer to a smart object. And what this does is it retains all of the data of the image without throwing any data away as you resize it. So this gives you the option to resize it multiple times if you need to. And that's a nice, option to have in case you resized it and realized, hey, it would have looked better if I resized it this way or cropped it that way. So this way you're saving all of the image data into a smart object. So now here I am. I'm going to resize my image to, a layout that I feel is really nice for the image. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter there and lock in that transform. And once we have that in place, now we have the image sized correctly. So we're looking at a document that's 72 dpi in resolution at 1920 by 1080. This is a great size for heroes. We're going to go ahead and export this. We go to the Export As feature in Photoshop. And obviously, this type of image is a photo or a rendering with a very photorealistic look. And the best type of image format for these images is the JPEG image compression. So the first thing we're going to do is change our file settings to JPEG. And we're going to want to go over to the 2-up feature so we can see what the original looks like and the compressed version. So we've got the original on the left and we can just keep that as a ping over here, or actually the compressed version on the left, the ping on the right. A ping is a lossless file size, so we can consider this one to be our original. And what we want to do with the JPEG is start to reduce the quality of the image or increase the compression until we start to see artifacts that we don't want to see. So as we drag this down, and I don't know if you can see in the video, but we're starting to get some banding in here. But overall, the image is looking really good, and I would be pretty happy at this position here. And we can see now that we have an image size of, let's see, where did it go? Oh, here it is, 100 kilobytes. So it was originally, if we have no compression and we're saving it as a ping, it would be 2.4 megs. But now we've reduced it down to 100 kilobytes. That's a pretty good reduction with losing a very little bit of quality. Again, you can keep dragging this back and forth based on your preference of quality, but always keep in mind the less compression you add to the image, the bigger the image file size will be. So I'll go ahead and drag that to 4, and you can see we've jumped up to 134 kilobytes. I was happy at 3. We'll stick it to there. And then the next step to do is to obviously just export this and save it to your computer. So we'll go ahead and hit export. And we'll go ahead and just go to the desktop here. And what you'll want to do is save this as the name of your blog. So, we'll call this saving images for blog articles. And that's going to be the title of our video, obviously. So this will be a good featured image for that blog titled Saving Images for Blog Articles. So you've got 3 steps really involved. Resizing to an appropriate size for your design, compressing the image appropriately for the type of image and the quality that you're wanting to preserve, and then 3, naming the image appropriately for the blog itself. And that's it. So with those 3 steps in place, you're well on your way to creating highly optimized images for your blog or any other type of post. And let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments below. Always subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.